Hi guys, SEGASHI is here and I'm in Rhodes in the Greek island of Sun, and in this video I'm gonna tell you everything about this island. I'm gonna tell you about the prices, I'm gonna tell you about what to see, I'm gonna tell you about the better place to stay. So tune up and hit the like button before we start watching this video, and now let's go. Rhodes is quite a huge island. From north to the south it's about 80 kilometers, so it will take you 2 hours probably by car, 1 hour and a half to get from the northern to the southern points. But there are lots of buses. If you don't have a car, you can take a bus, and buses are going quite regularly but not very often, roughly one bus an hour. They are comfortable with air conditioner, and you just need to be on time by this schedule so you don't miss it. There is such a beautiful promenade on the main beach, so that way you can walk, or if you fancy more picturesque walk, you can go on the beach itself. Let's go closer to the beach and walk along the beach just for a change to see what's going on. As you can see, the beach is pretty much full, but there are still lots of sunbeds which you can occupy, or if you want to save, you can grab a towel and lie on the sand. That's what I usually do, and I just more pleasing for me to lie on the sand itself rather than on the sunbeds. The beach is a mix of pebbles and sand in this part of the island. Other parts of the island and other beaches are different. There are some pebbles only beaches, and that is the beach itself. Some people are swimming, but there are not many waves around here. Beach is very comfortable for swim, even if you have the kids. And the best part is this diving platform. That's what I've done just recently. Is as high as 5 meters, and it's super fun. Prices are in Rhodes, I would say, cheaper than in Western Europe or in the USA, but it's more expensive than in Eastern Europe. For example, a bus from the main town to the Lindes village, which will take about 1 hour on the road, costs almost 5 euros. A coffee at the restaurant costs 3 euros, a juice 2.5 euros. Now we are coming closer to the Marina, and this is absolutely beautiful because there is spots which are very old, and it's like an old fort. It's really nice, and I like it so much. As you can see, there is a Greek flag, and this fortress is just great. There were a few earthquakes when the city and the island was damaged significantly. It was quite a long time ago, but there is not many very old or like antique architecture pieces. But Rhodes is one of the places where one of the 7 wonders, antique wonders, was built. But yeah, because of the earthquake, is not here anymore. But nevertheless, you will still can see a few really nice atmospheric beaches, the old town, as well as you can see typical Greek architecture painted in all white, which is beautiful, very authentic. Walking along this sea, you will see fishermen, which is very atmospheric. They singing the song and doing their fishing job. We are on the way to the old town. Let's have a look what it looks like inside, and then let's see how the villages and other parts of the island looks like. If you want to be in the center of life, where lots of restaurants and the nightclubs, you should stay in Rhodes city. But if you want a family holiday, or if you want more private beaches, you should go to one of the villages. For example, I'm staying at the hotel at Atrium Palace, and there is a private beach, but the hotel is a bit far away from the town. But nevertheless, you can grab a bus or rent a car or a scooter and come to the city. To rent a scooter will cost you about 30 euros per day, and about 40 euros a day will cost you to rent a car. But if you don't want to rent a car, or if you don't want to take a bus, you can get a more exotic and more pleasing way of transportation. You can book one of many boat tours along the island, where you can basically commute from point A to point B by the boats, where you basically can commute from point A to point B by boats, which is pleasing. And there I can see very beautiful windmills. Look at that. It's not that beautiful and atmospheric free windmills. I mean, it's very inviting and very, very pleasing. Now you're coming closer to the water. It's such a nice color. That Marina, I don't know how to call it in English, изумрудная вода, if I would say it in Russian language. A selection of different boats for every taste, from luxurious white yachts to the boats with the glass bottom, or if you want some funky style boats, there is all you can choose from. And there is such a variety of different boats, from luxurious to the classical sailing boats. There is even tiny little boats which you can use your hands to. All the variety of water sports are waiting for you in Rhodes. And now I enter the old town. Is like a fortress, huge walls which are protecting the municipality probably a long time ago. Here you can see even the big cannon. I want to go inside the fortress, inside the walls. There probably something interesting is waiting for us. Let's find the entry and see what's gonna happen there. Once entering the old town, you can see there is a trade is going on. You can buy lots of souvenirs as well as ice cream, all sort of stuff if you are hungry or want to do some shopping and bring souvenirs to your family. Indeed, the architecture inside is different from the outside. It's older, and even the colors of the buildings are different from the sandy bricks. There are some remains in the old town. That's probably from the old city what left. Looks old, but let's go and see what's waiting for us further there. It's probably gonna be more beautiful, and as I believe now is not the best time to visit all the kind of attractions outside because it's very hot. Even so, it's September, I'm sweating, so the best time to come here would be closer to sunset, about 5 or 6 p.m. when the sun is blazing and it's not as hot. Now we are entering the main town, the main square. Once you are inside, the pavement became made from pebble, which brings you back in time. Plenty of different shops, crafts, restaurants, museums, all the entertainment for tourists and travelers. Greece is famous manufacturer of leather goods, and here you can see the shoes from leather, the jackets from leather, whatever you want to bring for your winter. Many travelers want to come to the old town because it's super pretty and that's where you feel the history. Now let's go catch a bus and go to one of the beaches which is outside the main city. The island is quite huge and there are dozens of different beaches, and I want to show you some of them. Now we are by the taxi price list where you can see how much it costs you to get from point A to point B. So for example, if you want to go from Rhodes towards the Lindas, it will cost you 67 euros, but we're gonna save some money and instead we're gonna go and get a bus. The bus station is just across the road. Let's go and ask for the schedule so we know how long to wait to get to our destination. It feels good inside the bus because it's 2 p.m. The sun is the harshest and it's air conditioner inside. The windows are tinted, and I'm going to show you now one of the beaches. I'm going to Faliraki village. Let's explore another village out of the main town. If you look at the bus ticket, you can see everything saying English from Rhodes to Faliraki, the timing, the price and the bus number. Interesting fact about Rhodes that if you look at the rocks, you can see the rock formation with some shells inside. So the Rhodes, the island, it's come up like in terms of the earthquake, the platform was underwater, but probably when the earthquake became, it raised above the sea level, and that's how Rhodes has begun. Look at this plant. It's just super beautiful on this island, and it's very, very hot. Now we discovered one of the beaches, and another thing I want to show you the beach where is my hotel, and after that the village of Lindes, which is very exciting. Let's go. Because buses are going here quite rare, so it's important to come on the bus stop on time to avoid any waiting. And once I get to the beach, I looked at the timetable and my bus 4:30, so I calculated the timing and I should be on time. It seems I'm on time. There are some people on the bus stop. It means that the bus is not arrived yet. I should be on time. Cards are not accepted on the buses, and you can pay only with cash, which I have. The bus is arrived, but it's not my bus, and this is a challenge when you don't have a car. With one hand I saved a lot, but with another hand the bus is late and I'm a bit stuck on the bus stop, so let's wait a little longer because I am on a shoestring traveling. Let's continue the fauna lesson. What you can find here in Rhodes, the olives are just growing like on the trees all along the road. Yet what I'm surprised about Rhodes is that I seen many abandoned unfinished buildings. They like in all different parts of the island across the roads. They was initially meant to be for apartments, for retail or for hotels, but by some reason many of them were not finished and they are standing there now totally unused. Now I'll show you what you get, guys, if you decide to stay a bit far away from the city center. It's a much bigger hotel and a private beach. So on swimming pools, huge territory. Let's go and have a look how the village life looks in Rhodes. I'm staying a little bit far away from the city center in the village, and what I get is my own private beach, which is great. As you can see, there is not much here, not many hotels over there, which is perfect just for swim, for the time to yourself, for some self-reflection. But it's a bit far away, so if you want to have some parties in a club or in a bar or in a restaurant, the choice is limited and you have to go to the bigger towns or villages that are nearby. But at the same time, the hotel itself, it has some restaurants and bars and entertainment. But I have a private own beach for myself, absolutely love it.